biggest hindrance to recognizing that you've experienced a trauma is what I call the Olympics of suffering, right? That, well, I wasn't sexually assaulted, or I wasn't, I didn't have this happen or that happen, or so it can't be a trauma. Like, that's reserved solely for people who've gone through this sort of thing. And the fact is,
so many clients come in and talk to me about what they should be feeling and what they should have done and why should they have to feel this way. Before going off on the Olympics, let's talk about the word should. Should is a comparative statement. I have talked about it before on radio counseling, and I will probably talk about it again. But should is an incredibly dangerous word because it always indicates that something would be different or somehow better if some characteristics were different.
This is different.
The use of the word should is therefore pretty dangerous. Think about the classic example of, you should smile more, or you should talk less. Actually generates a certain amount of rage in me that I'd really rather talk with my own therapist about. You should is an evaluation. It's someone taking a performance view of who you are. It establishes an artificial gauge. Obviously, there are times when the word is appropriate. If you're a kid and your mom says, you should clean your room, she's probably right. Moms, you are definitely right. It's not an evaluation of your character, it's an evaluation of your room's condition. The word should places the gauge square on you and says that if you don't perform in some specific way, you are a lesser person.
Of course, it's silly to compare apples and oranges, but what the heck. These are made of Swarovski crystal, and they're worth $700,000.
So, about those Olympics. As many clients sit there and say with me that I shouldn't feel this way or I should be doing better, now that I've had you listen for it, what are you hearing?
Well,
they're generally saying, I'm not good enough. Somehow, for some reason, I am inadequate. I should. Which is, of course, horse. Again with the censoring? How is this so random? Now, in these suffering Olympics, people are basically saying that other people have suffered worse, so they should be fine with their own misery. How do you know how much another person has actually suffered from anything? When you establish this comparative idea that just because others have it worse, your suffering doesn't matter, you set yourself up for the idea that you don't matter. And that makes you dismissive of yourself and potentially others. Just because they have had it bad doesn't mean that what you are undergoing is somehow not. You don't have to justify your feelings, ever. They are yours. They are literally the only thing in the universe that is quantifiably and 100% yours and unique. They tell you what things are for you. So you accept that they are genuine and maybe look at why you feel that way. But there is no should.